beautiful, and welcome back to another video. I apologize for this lighting right now. It's kind of all over the place. I'm filming in the middle of the day today. I wasn't planning on filming it today, but it was on my heart to pick up this camera to talk about this subject today. If this is your first time seeing my face, I am doing this series on my channel called 1 Week 2, where I teach you different glow up secrets, beauty hacks, discipline tips, things to achieve what you want in a week. So 1 week to build confidence, 1 week to build discipline, 1 week to be more attractive, 1 week to be rich. But today I had this idea in my head to talk about 1 week to build, to attract, to get high value female friendships into your life. In 1 week, I'm going to teach you how to attract, embody, and nurtured, aligned, soft yet solid female friendships into your life. Friendships that match the woman that you are becoming. This episode isn't about chasing friendships or making random friends. This isn't about joining random girl groups. It's about healing your relationship with female friendships. It's about becoming the kind of friend that you want to attract. And lastly, it's learning how to identify high value, high vibe women and build mutual connections. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I love talking about this subject. It was actually one of my first videos I posted here on my channel. So this feels very elevated. This feels very natural for me to talk about this a few years later, and I want to teach you how to do it in a week. So if you haven't already, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. If you're liking these episodes, definitely go check out the other ones if you haven't seen them already. As always, I want you to comment your advice about this subject. It really helps the other ladies down in the comment section. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram and TikTok. You're gonna see a lot of glow up tips on it there that you just won't find on here. And without further ado, y'all know how this works. We're about to break this down from day 1 to day 7. Grab your notepad, grab your snacks. Let's get into today's video. On day 1, I want us to get honest about the type of friend that we are. Remember, self-awareness is your social superpower, because before you can attract women into your life that respect you, that love you, that support you out loud, you also have to know where you've shown up as an inconsistent friend, a misaligned friend, a messy friend. This isn't really about guilt, it's just about growth. I don't know if you've been sensing a theme, but on day 1, I really like to lay the foundation for the rest of the week. And in this foundation, I really like to journal on this day. Again, I usually start my day 1s on a Sunday or a Monday. So light a candle, play some calming music. Here are some journal prompts that I really want you to think about today. Number 1, if I were my own best friend, what would I say that I do really well? And what could I do better? Number 2, how do I want others to feel around me? Number 3, what is a friendship pattern that I'm ready to release? Hopefully from these questions, some common patterns, some common themes might be coming up for you that you can keep in mind for the rest of the week. Maybe you're finding you're a constant ghoster in past friendships. Maybe you're the type of person that emotionally dumps things on people. You had a lot of trauma bonded relationships in the past. Maybe you're the type of person that outgrows people and knows you should leave that relationship, but you still stay for some reason. Maybe it's guilt, maybe you just haven't developed the emotional tools to know when it's time to leave. Or maybe you feel like you're always the type of friend that gives more into a relationship more than you receive. Remember, on day 1, we really want to get honest about the type of friend that we are, because we want to attract what we are, what we actually embody, instead of what we pretend to be. Once we have this down, let's move on to day 2. I know. We're starting off day 1 with a little bit of tough love. We are really connecting back to ourselves, seeing in the ways that we can show up as a better friend, not only for other people, but how we can be more of a friend to ourselves. Because when we're talking about building these relationships, bringing in these high value friends into our lives, it's not just about connecting with others, it's also about how we nurture and connect and the type of friend how we take care of ourselves. One of the ways that I've been taking care of myself, especially during these busy weeks, especially as the holidays are starting to come up, is Factor. Factor is a sponsor of today's video, so thank you so much, Factor, for sponsoring today's video and supporting this community. I love sharing my experience with Factor with y'all. I truly feel like ever since I started Factor, it's like doing something for my higher self. It's like being a friend to myself and taking something off of my plate throughout the week and not having to worry about grocery shopping, about meal prepping, about the mess. Every single day that I start my morning with Factor, I end my morning with Factor. I feel like I am being a friend to myself. If you haven't heard me yap about Factor on this channel before, Factor delivers fresh, never frozen meals straight to your doorstep, and they take like 2 minutes to heat up. That's it. No cooking, no cleaning, just real food that supports your goals. goals. I have been using Factor for a very long time, but I'm especially excited this time because they just expanded their menu. So now there's over 80 rotating meals, plus more high protein options, which I love, which really support like the 75 hard challenge that I've been on. And if you're a seafood girly like me, they have more seafood options like salmon, shrimp, all included. I love that I don't have to think about what I have to eat. When I choose my Factor meals at the beginning of the week and they get delivered straight to my doorstep, I'm like, I am so glad that I did that for my future self. I love that I don't have to compromise my wellness routine for my nutrition. I feel nourished, I feel on track, especially when I have a really busy schedule. So if you want to do something for your higher self, if you want to nourish your body, if you want to be a friend to yourself, let me be a friend to you and give you this amazing opportunity that Factor has given our community. You can head to factor75.com. I also include a QR code right here that you can scan just so that it's easier for you. Either way, you can use my code TurnerFB50. That's going to get you 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for a whole year. This offer is only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto renewing subscription purchase. I think that is an insane deal, and I love that you are my sister, my girlfriend, my friend, and I love that I'm able to give this to you. Again, that is code TurnerFB50. You can also scan this QR code right here. I'll include all of the information down in the description. That's gonna get you 50% off your first Factor box and free breakfast for a whole year. Don't wait, this is definitely an exclusive deal, and I want the best for you, girl. Don't worry, all of the information will be down in the description. Without further ado, let's move on to day 2. Day 2 might be one of my favorites because on day 2, we're really going to define the type of high value female friendships that we want into our life. Remember, clarity attracts alignment. When you stop accepting low value, low frequency friendships into your life, even romantic relationships, even family relationships, you make room for deeper connections. The more clearly you define what you want, the more clearly you're gonna be able to recognize it. And from there, you'll stop entertaining anything less, and that is where your boundaries will come. I think this day is really fun because on this day, you can grab a piece of paper and you can write out your friendship want list. These are the standards that you not only set for yourself, but you set for your friends as well. You can break this up into 3 different sections: things you value, things that you need, and things that you're not gonna tolerate. For instance, I value vulnerability. I value ambition. I value consistency. I need someone that makes me feel emotionally safe. I need someone that makes me feel playful and feminine. I also need someone to give me very soft accountability. I don't need somebody to be like my mom or that friend that's always telling me what to do, but someone that softly just holds me accountable in a very safe space. What I don't tolerate is competition. What I don't tolerate is negative self-talk. And what I don't tolerate is flakiness. You can even create a friendship vision board in Canva or in Pinterest. Definitely had some images on my 2025 vision board this year of just really good girlfriend groups, wellness experiences, some quotes about sisterhood. Don't think you're being too picky about the things that you put on this list because your standards aren't picky. They are the boundaries that you can use to protect your peace. On day 3, I hope you know that this was coming. This might be one of our harder days because we need to heal that female friendship wound. You can't build new friendships if you're still holding on to the pain of another one. This one hits so deeply for me. I have lost entire friend groups. I have lost very long-term best friends. And I won't lie to you, that past hurt has made me very guarded, has made me not even want to seek out friendships, has isolated me within myself. And I'm just like, I'm fine with like my one friend, my 2 friends, because I just don't want to get hurt like that. Because I would argue a friendship breakup cuts deeper than like a romantic relationship. It's really hard, at least for me, to bounce back from it. But I do want friendships that are aligned with the glowed up version of myself. Sisterhood and female friendships is very healing. Like, I went to Spelman College. I know the power of sisterhood. So healing that sisterhood wound will make space for clarity and emotional safety. Here is how we're gonna do it. First thing that I did was I wrote a forgiveness letter. I know this is like textbook therapy. You don't have to send it. Write this to the friend that left you out. Write this to the friend that was talking behind your back. You can even write this to the version of you that just didn't know how to set boundaries. I know it sounds corny, but it's Actually very, very healing. And you're gonna find, you might cry through this, you're gonna find that whatever is holding you back is going to reappear within that letter. And again, clarity is your social superpower. From that wound, you're gonna know your boundaries, but you're also gonna know a path forward to heal that. I'd also recommend on day 3 to replace jealousy with celebration. Today, I want you to genuinely compliment 3 women that you see on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Leave them a comment, send them a DM. Don't expect anything back. And again, do it genuinely. You really loved their outfit. That foundation looks so good on them. That shirt is really their color. They look so happy. Even if a small part of you feels triggered about what somebody else has, notice that trigger. Notice how it's showing up in your life. Notice what it's telling you about your own struggles, and replace that jealousy with celebration. Remember, when we see other women shine, it reminds us that we are allowed to too. Day 4 is super, super fun because I want you to take yourself out on a friend date. I know I sound like a broken record, but I truly, truly believe that the only way to change your life, to change your circumstances, is to change your environment. And aligned friendships are in aligned environments. You won't meet your tribe on your couch, and you won't meet your tribe in places that you're pretending to be somebody you're not. Your future friendships are waiting in spaces that you already feel like your authentic self. Today, I want you to go somewhere that aligns with your own vibe. Maybe this is hot Pilates or solid core. Maybe this is a bookstore or a local cafe. Maybe this is a beauty event, a wellness panel, a tech conference. Maybe this is a networking mixer. Whatever environment that you frequent, that you feel alive in, it's very simple. Smile, compliment, start a convo, go from there. Don't have any expectations. And if that's all you get done, then you've succeeded. Aligned women find each other in aligned spaces. Day 5, y'all, how are we feeling? Let's check in on ourselves. We have done a lot this week. On day 5, it is all about connecting and following up like a high value woman. I think the best friendship, high value woman energy is a soft initiation and a solid follow through. A lot of women, me included, don't make high value female friendships because it stops at, we should totally hang out sometime. But high value women actually follow through. This builds safety and this builds trust. On day 5, I want you to either DM or text 1 to 3 women that you really admire. Maybe this is an IG mutual. Maybe this is somebody that you met on day 4. Maybe this is someone that you hung out with one time and you want to connect again. You can build a very, very soft link up. Maybe if you met them at Pilates, like, hey, what class are you going to next time? We can grab like a little juice afterwards real quick, or a little coffee. Maybe if you're trying to build more business-minded friends, hey, maybe we can do a working lunch. Maybe if we're trying to build more content creator friends, maybe like, hey, you want to have like a content creator day? Like I take your shots, you take my shots, and maybe we'll have lunch afterwards. Make it mutually beneficial. Make it low stakes. And most importantly, set a time to it. Send a calendar invite. People feel better, at least I feel better, when it's, hey, 2 hours, hey, 1 hour. It lets me plan my schedule because we're all very busy, but it actually allows me to stick to it because it's on my calendar. We don't chase friendships, but we definitely initiate with confidence and we let the right connections grow. Day 6, y'all, this is the second to last day. On day 6, I'm gonna give you a little bit of tough love because we need to nurture our female friendships like we would our partner. Consistency and care is what makes friendships high value. If you were trying to pursue somebody, or if you wanted to be pursued romantically, you would want that person to show consistency. You would want that person to show effort. Once you meet the right people, don't expect them to stay without a certain emotional intimacy. This can come in their reliability, their presence in your life. Show up the way that you would want to be shown up for. I really like this because you can create your own friendship rituals. Maybe you do Sunday night check-ins. Maybe if you guys both have a really busy schedule, you always do a monthly wine and a vision board night or a wine and charcuterie night. Maybe you have a shared playlist. Maybe you guys go back and forth with TikTok and IG Reels. Maybe you make a group chat with purpose. Purpose being healing, spirituality, business, travel, and follow up. If she tells you that she had a really big presentation at work, ask her how it is next week. Be consistent without codependency. Friendship is a relationship and you show up like you mean it. Okay, y'all, we made it to day 7. On day 7, we are going to reflect, we're gonna reconnect, and we are gonna release. You don't have to chase a connection, you just have to stay in alignment. High value friendships shouldn't feel forced. They're formed with mutual energy, mutual timing, and mutual intention. The right ones will click because both of you are grounded in who you are and both of you want to pursue this relationship, not because you tried harder. On day 7, we're gonna reflect. What surprised you this week? What shifted in your energy? Who showed up for you? And who do you want to show up for more intentionally? Remember how we wrote that forgiveness letter? Now we're gonna write a commitment letter to ourselves. I commit to showing up in my friendships with softness, honesty, and with consistency, even before my circle is full. Again, this is a great time to recommit to our intention from day 1. This is also a time to just release expectations. These weeks aren't gonna fix your entire problem, but they are gonna give you momentum to keep going. All right, y'all, how do we feel? I really hope this episode was informative. I hope it was good. I'm trying not to yap as much and keep these as succinct and informative as possible, but if you have any feedback on these episodes or what you would like to see for the next episode, definitely leave me a comment down below. If you haven't already, subscribe, like this video, follow me on all my other social medias. There's more information down in the description, so make sure you expand that. I will see you in the next video, the next episode. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.